Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Overwatch Coach coming back to Overwatch 2. It's been a very long time since I've done a VOD review. The last video I had posted was when Doomfist just came out, so it's been years and years, but I never stopped playing the game. I just stopped doing VOD reviews. I hit top 500 in Overwatch back in Overwatch 1 a few different seasons on a few different accounts. And now with Overwatch 2, currently I reside in Masters as a support player. I haven't played enough to try to get out of Masters yet, but as of right now I'm in Masters. I think Masters 4 at the moment. And that's just me having I'm balancing some of my time on other accounts and things like that. But anyway, so today, for the first review that we are going to do, I figured we'd try to approach one of the new characters, so Kiriko. So Buttnuts, the character Buttnuts. Let's skip over to him here. There we go. This is who we are VOD reviewing today. This is a, he didn't specifically state, I think he's gold 2. He said he was upper gold, and I was trying to, I watched a couple minutes of it just to see if I could place it while watching it, and I mean, I don't know. But I think he's gold 2 is where we're going to advertise him at. I asked him what his rank was currently at, and I didn't get back from him by the time I'm doing the video. So we're going to say he's gold 2. He said he was upper gold. Yeah, I don't know. But so let's take a look here and see what we get from Kiriko.
I'll find my own path.
And we on another bonus, we're on a new map.
Everyone ready?
Let's skip ahead just until we get a nice view in the meantime. So let's take a quick pause here. Let's analyze what we've got for a team comp. So right now, this is who we're VOD reviewing. So we got Kiriko with a Lucio, and I personally don't think these two healers are good for Winston. I think this Winston is going to have a hard time getting good heals off of these characters. And I'm not really sure what the Lucio is going to bring to value here. There's nobody in this team comp that is going to exclusively benefit from a speed boost. So just on a side note, if you want to play Lucio, look at your team comp and decide if you're going to get a speed boost bonus to anybody on your team. I'm not seeing it here personally. So I'm questioning the Lucio pick, and I'm also a little on the questioning side of the Kiriko pick next to the Lucio. I've done it on both sides of the ticket of being the Lucio and being the Kiriko. It can work, but the thing that's got me worried is more about the Winston. The Winston, if he jumps ahead, suddenly he's not going to get healed from the Lucio, or the Kiriko heals are going to be a little bit delayed. Kiriko struggles from the ranged healing perspective. So looking at the enemy perspective here, they are running Ana. Not that you would know this yet, but they are running Ana. So that means Kiriko is going to benefit from that because you can cleanse the anti-heals. But in terms of the Lucio ult, the only thing I'm personally seeing is Junker Queen and maybe Bob. I suppose you could also maybe do Kiriko, so it could work. We'll see if it works or not. But that's what I'm seeing so far, just in terms of a team comp perspective. Oh, why is it not playing? There it goes. All right, so let's see what we get on a gameplay side of things here.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Kaiki.
So hugging the left wall. Goes in. Okay, you're sticking with your Winston.
Carried on the wind.
I'd like to see a little bit of right clicking here just to try to get a few damage shots off. Doing a little too... I'd say the first thing is maybe once we get to... right around here. The Winston's not too low yet. And the Lucio's with him. You could try throwing a few right clicks. You could... This is Anna. If you land a headshot on Anna, you might get the one-shot kill right there.
Carried on the wind.
You've got Junker Queen in line of sight. You're not throwing any right clicks at them. Again, nobody's really low here. Tank is still pretty upper tier in terms of health. He still has armor. So as long as the tank has armor, he's pretty much good to go still. So you could have maybe tried to land a shot here on the Junker Queen or two. And then right here, everybody's full health for the most. I mean, you know, within reason. If you landed a headshot on Junker Queen there, you'd probably get a kill. Assuming you could land it. Even if you land a body shot, you're still helping. So doing a little bit of damage here would have been beneficial. It's a little too much healing going on here. Okay, so you see the Winston got anti'd and you're trying to cleanse that. Did you... I think you landed it. Lucio's low, so you're spreading the heals around. Yeah, the only thing that I'd really say that you're doing... Okay, now you're finally throwing some damage out. Only thing really, though, that I'd say here that was of any real concern is just get a little bit of damage. You know, try to do a little damage here and there. The right-clicking would be beneficial. Okay, so you're pushing the cart. You're getting it moving.
Thanks for the help.
I think you can move up a little bit. I think the cart moves to basically where it's at right here by default. And then like right when it gets to like right in the middle of the square, that's when you got to start pushing it. So I don't think you being over to the left when the cart's coming out of the garage really matters that much. If somebody knows if that's not true or not, feel free to correct me in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that the cart's just going to come out on its own. But I will say too, though, that you were correct that you should be the one pushing the cart. So it's good that you kind of know your role on the team here. Okay, so you got a few right clicks off. Not sure if you really hit anything or not. You got a body shot or two. Oh, you hit a headshot there.
Feels like sunlight, huh?
Let's rewind that. Skip ahead just a little bit. Trying to see what melted the Winston here. So Winston's diving in. He's at pretty much full health. Oh, he got Discord orbed. Discord orbed and what? Maybe a railgun shot? I don't know. Yeah, that Winston just melted there. I mean, you were right-clicking during that, so at that point, some healing coming his way would have been good. Seeing that the Winston's diving in, you know, make sure he stays up, but it's early in the push, so it's not the end of the world.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Wow, Winston is just melting here.
Feel better?
So, okay, wait a minute. So right here...
Kaiki. My ultimate is almost ready.
The Winston dies right here. And then the Junker Queen just walks up on you guys. So, okay, you cleanse her ult. That's good for the most part. I mean, you didn't get him, but you can't get everybody. But you've got Junker Queen right next to you. I don't know why you're not right-clicking on her and trying to do damage. And you also got Zen in your line of sight. I mean, everybody around you is full health. And it's like, you got to get more into the second nature of starting to try to issue out a little bit of damage once in a while. You're playing this character like it's a Mercy or something. And, I mean, if you can land a headshot, you can be one of the most lethal characters in the whole support class. So like right there, you're aiming for body shots, and body shots, it's not worth it for Kiriko. Just aim for the head, and regardless of if you're hitting it or not, the amount of bonus damage you get from a Kiriko headshot versus a body shot. Okay, so you're initiating your ultimate here. Let's rewind this just a bit. What do you've got beat and you've got high noon. So okay, you looks like you're gonna combo it with the high noon. And I'm okay with that. There's no shield here to block a high noon, so you give a speed buff to the Cassidy, and then the Lucio could also add speed to that, and he could just walk up on these guys while you're healing him, and he could get a huge high noon here. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Oh wow, okay, so the Junker Queen actually knifed the Cassidy in the high noon and then brought him forward. So that's huge right there. That's that's essentially a team wipe. So Winston's pushing the cart. You could technically move up. Okay, what you do. Good. Winston can't provide a lot of value right here when you guys are pushing up to try to hold him at the next choke, since he's more of a short range. So now I'm not sure why the healers are all moving back, so you guys just let him walk in anyway. So what I would have liked to have seen, let me bring out the pen here. You guys should have held that choke that's right here. Hold that choke. If Winston's willing to just push the cart, all of you guys could have been trying to keep them back, because I mean Winston's only going to be able to provide so much value. And what the Winston could do is he could jump over here, throw his orb or his dome just to shield, and then come back to the cart just to push it again. And theoretically speaking, you guys should have been able to just do it that way. I'm not sure why you all retreated back so quickly. Like you gave that up without much hesitation. A little bit more assertiveness could have maybe gone a long way there. So Winston's beating up on the Junker Queen. You got railgunned. Yeah, they started using some ultimates. So going into this next fight, you still got Lucio beat drop, and you've got Soldier and ult. You're up against Nano and Reaper ult. So beat drop could be used for both Nano or Reaper ult if the Lucio's on top of things. And Winston went Orisa. I think the Orisa swap is good for the kind of healing the tank is getting. Oh, you landed a headshot there. That's good. So what did you E here? I think you just eat the Discord orb, which I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, you can cleanse the Discord orb, sure, but you guys should have known there's either a Nano or a Reaper ult or both coming your way, and you maybe could have did something to save that with her E. Might be asking too much, but you might have been able to give your Lucio a chance to counteract this with beat drop, because he's right on the Orisa. Yeah, because the Lucio can't beat drop this. He's right in the middle of it. If you press E, you might be able to give him a chance on that. It's one of those like spur of the moment things that it's hard to say if you actually would have or not, but the Lucio doesn't have a shot to beat drop this. And that's essentially a team, although the Lucio survived, so maybe he could have actually gotten it off. I'm not really sure how he was the last one to die there. That's interesting.
Time to get clever.
So Anna nanoed somebody in all of that too. I'm not sure if she got the Reaper or who, but they don't have any ults. Well, they're about to have Junker Queen, so. But you can counteract Junker Queen ult easily. Well, you Okay. This is a panic right here. This is the sort of thing a lower tier support player needs to get out of the habit of. There is no reason to do that. The E press here, this got no value. No real value.
Protecting.
So when the Junker Queen ults, which I'm sure she's about to do, you guys got nothing for that now, except for beat drop, of course. But you shouldn't have to beat drop a Junker Queen ult in this circumstance. That's the point I'm getting at here. And he's still not beat dropping. So I just want to throw another random tip out here. If you're Lucio and you've had your ult for as long as this, you should start considering using it. I am all for using Lucio ult as a defensive ult for counteracting things. All for it. But when you look at this team comp here, there's not a lot to counteract. There's Reaper, there's Junker Queen, and maybe a Nano. I don't know how good Lucio's ult is for counteracting Sojourn. I haven't honestly done it that much. Actually, I haven't really done it at all yet. I might have to experiment with that one a little bit just to see if it's really all that effective or not. I suppose it could be. But the point I'm trying to make here is this Lucio is holding on to his ult for far too long. I mean, he's had his ult for as long as you've now had two, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so you're dead and you're coming back now. Wait, did the Lucio beat drop somewhere in all this? Oh, he did. Yeah, that beat drop didn't do much of anything for anybody, unfortunately, as that is for how long they've held it. Okay, so going into this next fight, you've got your Kiriko ult. Let's see how you use it here, because I would expect you to use it in this fight. I would expect you to initiate once you get close to the cart, maybe around that next corner up ahead. Not this one, but the next one up, where the cart's kind of like stuck at. So your Orisa is anti-healed. You could have cleansed that, but you didn't. Although the Orisa was pretty far back, so suppose not the end of the world that you didn't cleanse it, but I would be looking to cleanse Ana anti-heals over Discord Orbs. So you just threw that out, and I'm not really sure what you cleansed in that. Maybe another Discord Orb, but I would be looking for Ana anti-heals. But anyway, so Orisa's pushing up. This is where I would be looking to use your ultimate. Maybe once the Zen Trance is done, like right here would be perfect if you do it right here, because the Zen Trance is almost over. Yep, okay. Good use of an ult.
That's Fox power. Draw strength from nature.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
So I'd be looking to cleanse that anti-heal so the Reaper could be aggressive. Doesn't look like you had it though.
My gift to you. Payload's heading out.
So the other issue I take with this team comp is you don't have a very obvious cart pusher. Like, obviously you can do it as Kiriko, but one of Kiriko's weaknesses is ranged heals. It takes time for these slips of paper to get to the target. So you're playing into a weakness here.
Restoring balance.
Like a Zen or an Ana might be good here, but see how this all plays out. Okay, I'd be cleansing this, and you don't have it again. Yeah, so right here, I would take issue with the positioning a little bit. So, you're all anti'd.
You're all good.
You cleansed... Who did you cleanse? Okay, so 3 people are anti'd. You threw... Okay, so you got your tank. So, okay, that's actually pretty good. So I know I just got done saying that range heals for Kiriko not the greatest, but
Let's get the payload going.
right
Let me balance you out.
right here, I'd be backing up because you just cleansed and you don't have it again. And you're right in the heart of it, and you get anti'd. I'd be looking to back up here. There's nothing you can do right now because you don't have your cleanse, and you just got anti'd. So back up. Get out of the fight. You can't take damage as a support unless you're Brigitte, and even then, or Brigitte, sorry, but even then you can't take that much damage, and you're right in the heart of it right now. I get you're on the cart, but there's other people on the cart, and on top of that, it's being contested anyway. Fall back. You yourself need to fall back. I'm not saying the whole team needs to fall back, but you as Kiriko need to fall back here because that tank's coming for you or Mercy, and Mercy can be hard to hit. You're going to be the target, and you're throwing slips of paper like you're going to be able to heal things, and they're all anti'd, and you can't cleanse it. So why are you trying to heal right now? You should be backing up and right clicking here, and you get killed for it. Now, I don't know, you may not have been able to get out, but you might make the tank overextend while trying to kill you. And then it makes them chase you a little bit more and gives, say, your Orisa or one of the DPS more of an opportunity to get the kill. So positioning there, not the greatest. We gotta, you know, know when to do a tactical retreat, especially when your team's already kind of on the cart and it's being contested. So I like that you're actually throwing some right clicks out this time. Okay, now here, what did you cleanse? So you took a railgun body shot, took you down to 65 health. Now, one of the new things about supports in Overwatch 2, when you don't take damage for a few seconds, you start to regain your health automatically, like how Mercy used to do in Overwatch 1. So either say you need healing, and your Mercy will turn around and heal you, or just hang back for a couple seconds and wait for the passive healing to kick in again. You do not need to grenade yourself here. You don't need to do that. And instead you waste your cleanse. And I'm betting you're gonna need that for this fight coming up. I bet you're gonna need it. Now that was a good headshot you landed on the Sojourn. Unfortunate that nobody could capitalize on it, but it still made them retreat. That's a good headshot.
Feels like sewing, huh?
Okay, so by the time you got it back, people were just getting anti'd for the first time, so it wasn't the end of the world there. But in a higher tier game, you probably would have been punished for that.
Cleanse. Let the Kitsune guide you.
All right, I like the ult here. This is a good opportunity to ult. It's a good lane for it. Kiriko's ult can be pretty strong on this map. Now, okay, now the one thing I will say though is you're over healing again. You should be right clicking. Everybody's pretty much full health. The Orisa's not going to be dying anytime soon. She's got a ton of armor here. You should be trying to right click that Junker Queen. Okay, you ping it. It's good headshot there. That was a good spear by the Orisa too. Looks like she one-shotted the Tracer. What did you just cleanse? I'm not even looking for the cleanses you're doing because I'm not sure what you're cleansing when you do it. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't even know if you got anybody in that. But there was again no reason for that.
Heroes never die. I'm with you.
Okay, the teleport was good just to disjoint people from where you were, because it looked like you were about to get targeted. So that's a good use of the teleport.
Time for the reckoning. Keep attacking until the last
Ooh, she walked right into that, the Junker Queen into the Orisa ult, so that worked out. You could have, okay, you might have been able to actually punch that Tracer and got the kill. I think you might have been close enough. I'm not totally sure, but... So yeah, I'd say the two biggest weaknesses I'm seeing on your Kiriko at the moment would be not right-clicking enough, throwing out the damage, and then your cleansing ability. I'm not totally sure what you're trying to do with that on a large portion of them. Positioning is kind of in the medium range. Like sometimes it could be a little bit better, but a lot of times you're kind of where I expect you to be.
Don't fail me, or else.
What's up? Hi.
Feet up ahead. I guess we could just skip.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
All right, let's do a quick analysis here on team comp. What do we got? So we're going with Sigma and Reaper. Those are the two. Oh wait, no, and we got Baptiste. So we got 3 changes on your team. What do we got here? We got Kiriko, Junker Queen. Okay, so they're doing ranged DPS. The healing's a little bit different and completely different tanks. Okay, so Kiriko's value is going to be matched with the anti-heals of the Ana. You guys have the shield advantage with the Sigma. Ranged damage goes to the enemy. And that's about it. I'd say you guys got a little bit more on the close range damage advantage. So how Kiriko should be playing into this, looking for antis and cleansing them, throwing out some right clicks on the Junker Queen, maybe even trying to outsnipe Sojourn or Widow in particular circumstances, not just trying to do it outright, but when you can tell maybe one of the Widow's trying to hunt somebody down behind a Sigma shield, you might be able to outsnipe them a little bit. Those would be some of the bigger advantages I'd be looking at for Kiriko. My rule of thumb for when I personally play Kiriko is when there's a Roadhog or an Orisa on my team and I'm going up against an Ana, because those are easy sleep and anti-heal targets. I didn't really see any sleeps from that enemy Ana in the first round. So there wasn't anything to cleanse in terms of that, but the antis, there were some missed opportunities. That and from Junker Queen too. Junker Queen causes anti-healing from her ultimate, so that could be another thing to cleanse. So playing Kiriko into this team comp does make some sense, but I would like to see maybe like a Roadhog or an Orisa on your team to just straight out be Kiriko, but you're kind of lucking out because these two characters are going to be on the map. All right, let's see how this plays out.
Barrier initialized. Bad guys. Take them out. The barrier's weak. Barrier unsuccessful.
I'm not really sure why you're just spitting out the heals, but I guess it's whatever. All right, so you're actually throwing some right clicks out this time. That's good. Ooh, okay, that's not good. Not much you could do about that. That's more of a positioning thing on your Cassidy's part. If I were Cassidy, I probably would have either fallen back to like this area or over here if I were him, and I would have done it sooner than what he was doing. But that's not neither here nor there in terms of your VOD review. So yeah, at this point in time, healing your Reaper and trying to compensate a little bit of the damage that you've now lost from your DPS is the right move to do here. Okay, see, now you're getting a little too heal heavy again. You got the Sigma back into his shield, get a few right clicks off, and then throw some healing his way, I think would be a little bit more of the beneficial thing to do. You've got a lot of targets clumped up here. You should be able to hit something here, but you're not even like throwing the right clicks into it. This puts you into Mercy territory for the amount of damage I'm seeing coming out of your character. I mean, at this point, you might as well just be playing Mercy, because you're not even cleansing the Sigma here. Not that he really needs it, but I'm just saying, like, you're not doing it. And then you use it here when you don't need it at all. Okay, you got a few body shots up. See, you gotta aim higher. You gotta go for the headshots here. Aiming higher is gonna be so beneficial to your Kiriko game. Because, I mean, you're missing body shots at a pretty wide clip anyway. So the few times you land a headshot, it's gonna just equal out to a couple body shots anyway. So getting used to leveling out your aim toward headshot level is going to be a big deal. See, you panic with your E ability. You're like, oh crap, I've just sent all my tickets out and you need heals. I'm gonna quick shoot that out. I don't necessarily know if that was needed. Again.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
Because he wasn't that low, he was at half. I mean, you would have gotten more tickets out to him by the time. It screams a panic move to me. Now there, I don't know what killed him. Oh, Junker Queen killed him. See, that's a positioning thing again. Like, the Cassidy's just up too far.
Like a gentle rain. Time for the purify.
That was a good purify. Good cleanse there.
This ends now.
Yeah, I'd be looking at throwing some right clicks right now. Everybody's full health and you're still throwing the tickets out. Healing a max target and just anticipating damage, I don't think is necessary here. Throwing out a couple right clicks at that Junkrat, I think would be a great idea. Junkrat's not that hard of a character to hit.
Nice to know you have my back.
He's still dead. Still got him. And like now, you know, topping off the Reaper is good.
Enemies in our orbit.
They have Diva now. Decent cleanse.
Restoring balance.
The reason why I say decent is because, yeah, he was slept, but I don't think the enemy was really in a position to capitalize on it. But, I mean, by the time you're going to need it again, you're going to have it. So, you know, it's kind of like, if you would have held it, I wouldn't have really faulted it too much, but using it there isn't really that big of a deal either. Probably getting the Sigma back up so he can build ult charge is probably the way to go, so, because he did just use his ultimate. Okay, using ult here. Oh, good headshot. So you're not even standing in your own ultimate, moving up just a little bit just to get that extra bonus. But yeah, that drove him back. That won you guys the fight. That was a good ultimate. Now this positioning right here, I don't advise, because if you get picked, your team's down to one healer. You don't want to risk this because you're shooting into a defense matrix, and on top of that, you're peeking a Sojourn that could potentially railgun you. I know they probably don't have the railgun charge just yet, but you just don't want to risk that. All right, yeah, they tried it too. They did try it, but you got out of it. But that, in a higher level game, you might not want to risk that as much. Okay, Diva's diving in. You probably could get a couple right clicks off before you need to heal immediately. You panicked with the E again.
Step right up.
That could have been a good thing to E, to try to save a life off of that Junkrat tire. When you see the Junkrat tire entering the battle, throwing an E on top of it, you might save a life. You might. It's worth the shot of it anyway. Now you just teleported right into the bomb. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. You were in a good spot, I think, weren't you? I'm pretty sure you were in a good spot where the Diva Bomb wouldn't get you.
Step right up.
Just say so.
So, yeah, so you see the tire right there. Throw the E down. You might save the Baptiste. You might not, but I think that's worth the shot more than what the value you got off of what you got out of it. So, all right, you're down a healer. You know the Diva Bomb's about to happen. You're in a safe spot. Your DPS are in a safe spot. Your Sigma's not, but there's nothing you can do about it. And you teleport into it and put yourself in harm's way. And now your DPS don't have any shot of saving this. Not that I'm saying they could have saved this, but they needed some form of a healer for any opportunity at all at saving this. And you were going to be that healer, but you chose not to be. Alright, let's see how the second point goes here.
Soldier 76 reporting to duty.
Objective.
私がついてる。
Stop the pain.
So you're a little too far up in my estimation. I would be playing back by the corner, which is kind of where you're backing up to now, but I don't know, the route you took to get there was a little elongated.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
Okay, you're doing a good job keeping the Sigma going here. Getting some right clicks off right here would be beneficial. These are easy targets. They're not even moving right now while they're up in the air. You easily could have demech Diva if you wanted to, or if your aim is feeling particularly good, you could have definitely taken the Ana out, or at least made her low enough so that she would die to the Sigma ult.
I'm with you.
But you're a little too focused on healing at this point. I think I would have tried to get the Ana pick instead. I don't think the Reaper's in all that kind of danger right here. But Sigma, okay, so Sigma ended up getting the Ana anyway. So it works out.
What awaits us beyond this flame?
My gift to you. This ends now. What's up? Well, that's okay.
Okay, so there is a Roadhog on the map now. So one of the rules that I have as a support player is if there is a Roadhog on the map, one of Ana or Zen should be on your team comp if the enemy's running Roadhog, because Roadhog just does not die. Now, I will throw one other caveat on there. I have had personal success with Baptiste on the map, windowing, like specifically using window to punish Roadhog from a medium distance. But I don't know if you're going to get that from this Baptiste at this level. I don't know if gold Baptistes will know to do that, or if they will do that, or if their aim is good enough to actually truly punish a Roadhog. Because the other caveat I'll throw into that of what I just got done saying, you got to be good at landing headshots with Baptiste on a Roadhog. Now, as a higher tier player, that's not overly hard to do. I mean, I'm not saying I'm landing like constant headshots, but some of my shots are definitely headshots. If you do that, a Roadhog will melt. But in a normal game, like in the gold plat area or below, having a Zen with a Discord orb on him 24/7 will really punish a Roadhog. Or Ana sleeping and anti-healing a Roadhog is very key. So you still got the enemy Ana to maybe justify playing Kiriko here, but I'm saying now that you know there's a Roadhog on the map, having Zen, Ana, or both is a good play here. And I'm not totally convinced needing to cleanse the anti-heal is the go-to move.
Carried on the wind.
But let's see how it plays out. See, you kind of waste your cleanse. Like, you're not even looking to cleanse Ana anti-heals. So it really begs to question, why are you Kiriko if you're not looking to do that? And some of this is going to fall on the Baptiste too. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not totally sure what he's going to do about all of this. Maybe he'll be the one to swap.
Like a gentle rain. Careful.
Because yeah, you see how the Sigma's doing like everything he can to this Roadhog, and he got him low, but he's got the Zenyatta orb on him, and he just heals himself right back up. Now I would like to see the Sigma going after the Zen. Or you going after the Zen. But this Roadhog is not going to die very often.
Under my protection.
Okay, so you guys got the Roadhog to retreat.
Got it.
But it looks like he's about to come right back again. So that retreat, that's very minimal. That retreat is, it doesn't justify the hero picks as of yet. I'm still saying an Ana or a Zen or both is totally what your team needs right now.
Soothing your wounds.
So Sigma's doing what he can. Now what did you just or cleanse, I mean? I don't see anything that needed that. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking about. This might even be a little too far back, but the only issue I take with this window here, I like the general idea of it. The only thing is I might have waited for the enemy to push in a little bit further, because now that this window's up, all they've got to do is just back up like 2 feet to the side there, and they're no longer being affected by this window. Either that or put the window, slide it over a little bit so you still got a little bit of shooting range on them and really drive them back. But personally, I would have waited for the enemy to push in further and then window. Not that this is, again, this is the other support, but I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, the other problem is that they're using a lot of ultimates.
What is that melody?
Time to try again.
Walks again.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
So you've got Kiriko ult. I'd be looking at using this on the next fight because well, your Sigma got back spawned. Wait for the Sigma to get back and then Kiriko ult is what I'd be looking for here. And then just make sure nobody dies in the process. Like, you're... Okay, so like right here, you've got the lane to do it. Just shoot it right down there. The Reaper's right there. It looks like he's teleporting up, but it's not like he couldn't jump back down. You've got your Sigma right there. You know your ranged DPS is probably like up there somewhere. I'm not really sure where the Baptiste is, but I'm guessing he's not too far away either. This would have been a great time to Kiriko ult. Do you do it? No, you don't. I'm not totally sure what you're holding it for. I mean, right now even would be good. Even right now, okay, wow, that lamp did not last long. But even right here, nope, now it's too late. Lamp's gone, Reaper's gone. I hope you don't do it now. So still holding it. Okay, Bap is dead, Soldier's dead. It's just you and Sigma. You get Railgun, Sigma's dead. So yeah, if you would have initiated that fight, I think this would have played out very differently with your ult. But they're getting really close to the point now that I'm not even sure. Oh, let's see. Yeah, you still got time.
Soothing your wounds.
So, okay, one of the things I would have suggested, go in with your team and just shoot it out above from this spot here. I mean, you could even shoot it right here, but you got to do it like right now.
Let the kids
Okay, what you do? So, all right. This would have been an opportunity where I would have said actually healing over right-clicking would have been beneficial because your Reaper is low and your Sigma is low. This calls for being more of a healer in your Kiriko ult than right-clicking.
draw strength from nature.
Yeah, you're a little slow on the draw on this one. I mean, you got the Reaper back up, but this, if you would have not right-clicked into this one and just focused on healing, this fight would have played out a little differently. Good right click on the Ana, but it's too little too late. They got a minute 30, you got a minute. You definitely could have dwindled this time down had you have ulted earlier on the third point. I mean, who's to say if you would have won the fight or not, but you would have put up, I think, more of a fight had you have done that. So, Kiriko ult timing a little bit off on this one. You were doing pretty good with it on attack, but on defense it wasn't so hot.
Thanks for the
And
heal.
again, I don't know what that cleanse was. What are you cleansing here? Did I miss something? No, nobody's.
My gift to you.
I mean, you took a little damage, but you gotta trust your other support to heal you. And if they're not healing you, spam the I need healing a little bit, they'll get you.
Thanks for the heal.
So we're back on the Winston. Let's do a quick little review here on what we've actually got for a team comp. So we're on 2 dive characters. We got ranged. And then Ana can kind of heal these two. And then you're just going to play with them and kind of dive. Meanwhile, we're still on the Ana, so you can cleanse that. But that's about the extent of it. So it's a little less of a favorable Kiriko situation. But because there's an Ana on the map, it can still work. It can definitely still work. Just gonna have to be careful of the soldier and railgun, and then Reaper or soldier when he does his visor. Yep. Little slow on the cleanse on Winston there, assuming you even had it. Did you have it? Yeah, you had it. So it was a little bit slow because he got kind of low there, but you got it off of him, so that's the main thing. And then healers got him back up again.
30 seconds remaining.
Soothing your wounds.
Okay, teleport to them. You should be teleporting over here right now. That's what I'd be looking for. Okay, good. You do it. That, again, that was unnecessary. Yeah, that... let's analyze this real quick. So you teleport to your team. Your Winston's looking to go in. You're trying to top off the Reaper and the Genji, but again, pressing the E wasn't it. And now your Winston's going in, and I don't think your Winston realizes the DPS are low, and he's just looking to go in. Genji's gonna follow up with him, but you're not in a position, like, you should be looking out this window here. Let's see, let's take a quick peek. Where's Ana in all this? Oh, Ana's reloading, I think. Is Ana reloading? Yeah, okay, Ana was reloading, so that's unlucky, because he was in line of sight of the Ana, the Winston. Okay, so, yeah. that's a comp thing. If you play Ana in comp, sometimes it's helpful to just let your team know you're reloading.
My gift to you.
Especially when your tank is a divey tank. So you do what you can for the Reaper, and then you jump on to keep the thing going, but you're point blank to a Zarya. Your arms are twirling around there. So yeah, not much you're going to really be able to realistically do there.
Round 3.
So yeah, kind of mishmash here of an attack.
Humanity.
Ready for
And now we are on Moira.
defend objective A.
A sip for the parched.
So, all right, we've got a complete team comp change here. So I'm not a fan of this, of Mercy. Now, granted, this isn't you, but Mercy has nothing obvious to pocket here. If I play Mercy, I'm looking for these DPS right here. Either one of these two. Obvious pocketing heroes. Zarya can be a good pocket too. You don't really have anything as Mercy to pocket there. So I'm not a fan of the Mercy pick. I'm not a big fan of the Moira pick either, but I don't hate it. Not the worst thing in the world, but you've got the Roadhog now. This should be Kiriko if you've got the Roadhog. Those two go hand in hand. So the Moira, because the Ana is still there, she can counter that. And I'm betting that might play a part in all of this. So the team comp actually benefits the Kiriko, which is what I'm guessing why your tank went Roadhog, because he's like, okay, I'm finally going to get I've got Kiriko, I can just get cleansed if I get antied, and then you go Moira on him. Now, I'm not totally sure why you're not trying to get some right clicks off, or at least throwing a damage orb. I think you could have just sprayed the Reaper. Now, Torb, on the other hand, might have called for a healing orb. Had you have saved the healing orb a little longer, you could have shot it up there. Yeah, that damage orb, I don't think anybody's even over there. That Torb is in trouble. Can't heal the Torb. No, can't cleanse the anti. Yeah, there's just nothing here to do. So, yeah, in terms of the overtime, I take a little issue with the team comp choices. I'm not really sure what the point of the Moira was. You had a Roadhog, you could have cleansed him. That called for the Kiriko play.
30 seconds remaining.
I'll find my own path.
So, I guess and then of course you guys lose. So, the key points that I would take out of watching this VOD. Let me get back to my mouse here. Why is this not hiding? There you go. Okay. So the key points I would take out of this is number one, when to use E. This is your biggest flaw in Kiriko, is when you're using your E ability. You weren't getting any significant value out of that. Here and there you got some decent value, but yeah, it wasn't good enough. Second, to right click more, aim higher. And the third thing that I would say, and I'm just going to link it to this ability here. Know when to heli or play back. Because we saw one instance where you played too far forward and got punished for it. And then we saw an opportunity where you were fine from the Diva Bomb and you might have been able to support your DPS into saving a fight and you teleported into a Diva Bomb. So those would be my 3 things to keep in mind when you're working on your Kiriko gameplay. So I hope this was an informative Kiriko VOD review. Again, this was in gold too. And we will continue to do more of these. I've got a backlog of VODs to do. I think I'm sitting on about 6 or 7 of them right now. So this is number 1. I'll try to do 1 or 2 releases a day. But you know, if real life gets in the way of that, I'll get them before the next patch comes out, because otherwise those VODs will become useless. So until next time, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to see, if you'd like to submit a VOD review, post it in the comments and I will try to I'll put you in the queue and I'll try to get to it. Thank you. And again, thanks for watching.